The people closest to you are the ones who can destroy you the fastest. In the world of power, the real danger doesn't come from enemies. It comes from friends, the ones who smile when you win and sharpen their knives when you turn your back. This is Law 2 of the 48 Laws of Power. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Robert Greene didn't write these laws for fairy tales. He wrote them for the brutal game of power. In most stories, friends are the ones who save you. But in Peaky Blinders, they're the ones who bring you to your knees. And no one learns this harder than Thomas Shelby. Thomas trusted his family, his friends, and it almost cost him everything. If you've watched our Law 1 video, where we break down how Thomas and Michael's power struggle proves the danger of outshining the master, you already know how deep it goes. But today, we go even deeper. Let's rewind to Season 2. The war with Sabini is escalating. The Italians are brutal, backed by corrupt police and aristocrats. Thomas is surrounded. He needs an ally. But instead of turning to Arthur, John or Polly, he reaches out to Alfie Solomons, a man he barely knows, an enemy. Why Alfie? Because Alfie had what Thomas respected: unpredictability, intelligence, power. He ran the Jewish gang in Camden Town, brutal, dangerous but useful. And Thomas doesn't make friends, he makes deals. This partnership isn't built on trust, it's built on leverage. Alfie doesn't like Thomas, and Thomas knows Alfie will betray him eventually. But that's the point. With enemies you expect betrayal, so you prepare for it. You keep your guard up. Compare that to what happens with Michael Gray. Michael is family, raised by Polly, brought into the business by Thomas, trusted with power. But trust, when mixed with ambition, turns toxic. By Season 5, Michael begins to drift. His time in America has changed him. He sees himself not as a member of the Shelby Company, but as its future, and slowly he begins plotting. Subtle suggestions, bold proposals. Eventually, betrayal. Michael proposes restructuring the company with him at the top, a power grab disguised as strategy, and when Thomas refuses, the mask drops. Michael was once the trusted son, now he's an enemy from within. This is the danger of trusting friends. They expect your trust, they know your weaknesses, and when they betray you, it cuts deep. Often, it's too late. Enemies? You see them coming. Alfie and Thomas become a twisted chess match. Betrayals, reunions, deals made in blood. But neither man pretends to love the other. And because of that, there are no surprises. If this dark dance of trust and betrayal keeps you hooked, hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started. Every law is another layer of strategy, told through blood, ambition, and consequence. Now back to the lesson. Thomas Shelby is many things. A soldier, a businessman, a leader, but above all, a strategist. He doesn't let emotions cloud the map. When Arthur spirals, when Polly questions him, when Linda pulls Arthur away, Thomas doesn't lean on love, he leans on control. This law isn't about abandoning friends, it's about not giving them the knife to stab you with. So, what does this mean for you? Don't assume loyalty just because someone stood by you once. Don't confuse shared history with shared destiny. Friends can become rivals when power is on the table, and sometimes even enemies are the more reliable allies because they fear you more than they love you. Thomas used Alfie, Campbell, even Mosley, men he hated, but he didn't let hate blind him. He let it guide him. So remember Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. It's not cynicism, it's survival. And in the next episode, we'll explore Law 3. Conceal your intentions. You think you know who Thomas Shelby really is, Think again.